Hi guys, GadgetGirlKylie here, and welcome back to my Let's Play walkthrough of Soul Sacrifice Delta, and we are now moving on to the third chapter within an interlude in time.
Dead souls bound to the flesh of the living linger here. Apparently, it seemed, she was no exception. For there she was, my old partner, just as she looked then.
It's really good, this voice actor, because I can hear the emotion in his voice, the slight cracking from seeing Sortiara again. It's really cool.
The question always plagued me. Did she hate me for what I'd done? Would she see who I'd become and forgive me for sacrificing her?
She asked for it.
I had told her nothing, I realized. All this while I just listened to her voice, not answering. Surely there was no end to the things I wanted to say to her. But here she was at last, and I had no idea where to begin.
All right, let's go. Come on.
Even then, during the ordeal, she always walked a step ahead. As if she knew the answer lay around the next turn.
So, aren't you keeping someone on the outside, waiting?
Standing next to her, a wave of powerful nostalgia washed over me. The real world's not all bad. The vivid memory of those days with her told me as much.
Oh, okay, so we get to properly fight Terwin in her Archfiend form now, it seems. So, I'll show you my build. It's the same as the last episode. And once again, my sigils are the same as the last episode as well. So, this is going to be interesting. A full fight against Terwin in her Archfiend form. I'm actually really liking this form. It looks awesome.
Now get moving. The ordeal continues.
Oh, I've got Sortiara with me! This is awesome! It's like days gone by! Oh, I feel the nostalgia. Oh, you bugger! Right, I need to draw in some essence. Oh, you bugger. You're on yellow now. Don't think so, Sunshine. She got me then. I can still see you. Come on, take it. Oh! On orange now. Well, I managed to dodge away from that. Oh, I can't renew my offerings there. Oh, missed. Oh, managed to go through the legs then. On red. This fight's awesome. See you later. That was teamwork from my turret plant and me laying that mine then.
And you'll not regret it.
Terwyn spat the question at me through ragged breaths. If I ended her, this dream world would likely end as well. It would mean farewell. For Terwyn and her brother. For me, with dear Sortiara. In all likelihood, the parting would prove final this time.
Can really hear the emotion in his voice.
I looked at Sortiara. Her face was exactly as it had been the day our ordeal began. It stabbed at my heart. She looked the same for a reason. Her time had stopped then, and I'd gone on living without her. We would never inhabit the same time again, she and I. This Sortiara was a ghost, an echo of a memory, become an illusion. Sad though it was, my duties lay elsewhere, beyond this place. I turned my back on her, for the sight of her face chips away at my resolve. I raised my hand to Terwin's body, prepared to finish my business. All of a sudden, a second, thinner arm appeared. Sortiara placed her hand on mine. As the illusion crumbled, she offered me a faint smile. You chose well, it seemed to say.
Wow, this is giving me goosebumps.
Saying farewell again was painstaking, but even so, the author left the illusion behind. For the author knew that Magusar could not be left alone, but even so...
So let's just double check. We've got the Verge of Dreams opening and the Verge of Dreams closing, so we shall also read this on this episode.
The memories of Terwin and her brother flowed into me, together with their souls. I met them once, long ago when they were still children. No, that was Illicibra's memory, not mine.
Illacibra, there we go.
After-image of
I've
their
been saying it
youthful
wrong.
faces remains engraved in my arm. It's plausible, assuming Illicibra's partner and the man Terwin fell in love with are one and the same. The man who rekindled a dead world with the chalice. The one who took up the name of Magusar, his memories in chaos. The man I called a partner. Magusar's gift was not for seeing the future. No, his visions were of the past, muddled fragments of old memories. He saw how the world repeated, what mechanisms were behind it. What he called premonitions were likely just glimpses of memories of before. The nameless sorcerer strove to change the world. His words took root and spread as prophecy. So Grimm was born. Terwin was moved more than any. Perhaps his words had too great an influence on her. If fate had been changed only slightly, she may never have become the monster she did. If, perhaps, the nameless one she loved had not succumbed, if he had remained the same, Terwin fought to change the world in her own way. Indeed, she fought to be reunited with her brother. But if that was her sole want, she needn't change the world. Greater than any selfish desire was her love for that sorcerer. Her reverence for him drove her to save the world in his place. In her own way. Such was the influence the man's words bore on the world. He had already been fighting a long, long time before we met. Struggling against unjust fate. It was too great a task for any one man. I couldn't simply leave it to him. Even if he did come from an older world, he was still my partner in this one.
Now, the people you've encountered are linked by the nameless sorcerer. Illicibra's partner and the man that Terwin admired were the same person. And that person is Magusa.
Boom! Big reveal. Damn.
Our author tried to escape the illusory world, to reunite with Magusa in reality. When the illusory world crumbled, what did our author see?
The verge of dreams closing.
The dream world Terwin had crafted began to crumble. As the fragments rained down, I saw Sortiara's lips move.
You're leaving, aren't you?
I would never see her again. No price, no sacrifice could hurt as deeply as that realization.
The Red Sorcerer. She calls for you.
I nodded, but my feet refused to carry me away from her. I had still not spoken a word. The emotion surged and rose in me, but I could not speak. More than anything, I think I'd always wanted to apologize. Since the day I'd ended her life. A cowardly, selfish urge, I know. To ask forgiveness of the woman I had murdered.
Well, that's the first time there's been incorrect voice acting to words on screen. The emotion surged and I rose in me, and the voice actor said something like, but I could not speak. But here it says, but none took worded form. So that's the first time that's happened.
It's all right.
I watched her lips form the words.
I was always with you.
I found salvation in those words, though they made our inexorable parting all the harder. I was cursed to lose her a second time. Her hand came to rest on my right arm.
This is my home now. We can meet any time you wish.
She smiled softly as the world around us grew brighter. Amidst the spreading glow, her voice washed over me like a tender caress along an open wound. She said,
Please, Don't make that face.
And so the illusory world crumbled. Only the memory of that unexpected reunion survived. Time was set back into motion, and the world careered towards its end. The author was very determined. From long ago, Magusa had fought bravely against this cruel, senseless world. Knowing this, how could the author ever leave Magusa alone again?
Okay, so we've opened up another storyline within Revised. The Memories Remain. The Trial of a Life. So, on the next set of episodes, I shall probably be doing this new storyline section. Leave a comment on this video, guys. Let me know what you thought of this storyline, An Interlude in Time. I really enjoyed it. It was interesting to learn about Terwin and to see Sortiara again. That was totally awesome to have her by my side once more. Loads of memories flooded back, and I actually felt like what's it called? Fist bumping the air, or whatever it's called, where you put your fist in the air. It was so awesome, and I love Sortiara. I still think my favourite characters are Sympather and Radux, and also Red Hood, but I've always had a soft spot for Sortiara as well. She's also in that group of favourite characters. So, as always, guys, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, share and favourite. It really helps me out. And take it easy, guys. I shall see you next time.